What's up, Buck fans? This is Gameday Tampa Bay. I'm Kris Richard, and I'm coming back here in another video, man. Today I'm gonna be talking coaches. With Dirk Koetter being fired, man, I'm gonna give y'all my top 10 coaches that the Bucs should hire, and who I think could change this franchise around. So, um, on my wish list of coaches that I want to hire, man, I'm gonna start off with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh has a huge history of winning, man. That's all he do is win. He's not a loser. He don't know what losing is. I'm telling you right now. This man goes into every football team he goes on and change things around. Um, he started off at Stanford. Stanford was 111 when he came in, and he turned that franchise around from 111 to 12-1 when he left. That's incredible, man. That's some greatness right there. And then when he left Stanford, he went to San Francisco and changed that dysfunctional franchise around from that Mike Singletary era to his era, and they went to three straight championships. And even though it didn't end it quite well, I don't blame it on him. I blame it more on the general managers and the situation they're butting heads, that type of stuff. So I wasn't worried about that. And then finally when he went to Michigan, he also turned that franchise around as well. So Bucks, if you get like an interview with Jim Harbaugh, do whatever it takes to keep him, man. Like, just lock the door. Don't let him out, bro. If you have to put like security guards or put some wood on the windows, don't let this man out, man, until he gets signature on that contract. Cause Jim Harbaugh is a great coach, man, and he'll change the culture around for sure. Now, if you don't get Jim Harbaugh, that's gonna be disappointing. But I got a couple other coaches we can look at. Another guy that people be hyping up a lot is Kris Richard. Kris Richards is like a DB coach for the Cowboys. Um, he calls defensive plays for the Cowboys as well. He doesn't just like coaches up the cornerbacks. He calls plays. Kris Richards has had a long history. He was a cornerbacks coach and defensive coordinator for Seattle Seahawks during their prime years. He developed players like Richard Sherman, Earl Campbell, Cam Chancellor. Great players like that, man. He's a great defensive caller, man. I think he'll add like some. I think he's a players coach as well. He'll add some attitude to his team. He'll be really like. I think he'll change his team around. Even though he's a defensive coordinator, um, defense. I mean, even though he's a defensive guy, I think he'll do some great things for this team as well. So the Bucs should really look into him as well. My third pick is somebody. If we hire this guy, it's gonna take a lot of time to develop our team. Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio runs a 3-4 defense. Right now we currently run a 4-3, but if Vic Fangio come in, I'm pretty sure we're gonna run a 3-4 defense. Um, Vic Fangio. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a head coaching job yet, man. He has had so much success in his career. He was defense coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. He's done a phenomenal job with the Bears. Even before Matt Nagy has came with their defense, they're legit. Like, he's developed some good players on that Bears defensive staff, like Leonard Floyd, Kyle Fuller, Amos, all them guys, man. I could go on all day to talk about players that he's developed. He's also coached with the Baltimore Ravens as well. He was at Stanford with Jim Harbaugh. So that, I mean, shoot. So he know what he's doing. He know what he's doing. I just think the Bucs should give him a shot. It'll be really, I think he deserves a chance. My fourth coach is David Shaw. If y'all haven't heard of David Shaw is like a head coach, for Stanford. He took over for Stanford after Jim Harbaugh left. And he's done a really good job. Now, I don't know if he can come to the NFL ranks and have the same success that he's having at Stanford, but I think he can, man. He's a winner as well. He coached up players like Andrew Luck. I forgot some other notable players, but I think Naim Hims for the running back for the Colts. He's developed him too. There's a lot of players that came from Stanford that's pro ready. Um, I'm pretty sure David Shaw will run a very good scheme for the Buccaneers. I think he runs a 3-4 as well. But yeah, David Shaw is another guy I need to look up into. That we need to interview. The next player, number 5, is and this is where things get a little like, out of the box. Did my next coach that we should pick up, number 5, David Toub. David Toub is a special teams coordinator. Now, hear me out. You may be wondering, why would we hire a special teams coordinator? Well, he's a well-respected special teams coordinator, and he's learned from one of the best. Coach Reed. Coach Reed for the Kansas City Chiefs. My bad, my phone ringing. But yeah, man, my bad, y'all. Yeah, he's he's a special teams coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's learned from the best from Ed Reed. He was part of them great Chicago football teams. He's developed players like Devin Hester, Roby Gold, a lot of great special team players. He's actually an assistant coach as well for the Kansas City Chiefs. And why not go from that Andy Reid tree, bro? Like, he's developed Matt Nagy and Peterson and other good players. So yeah, man, we should look at David Tubb. He's really good. Another person from the Kansas City Chiefs that we should look at is Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy helped develop Adrian Peterson. He started off as a running back coach and ended up being like a offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's very creative. He's developed Patrick Mahomes, Kareem Hunt before he got in trouble. He makes sure the offense runs smoothly. He's out of the box as well. So Eric Bieniemy, we need to look into. Another coach that might not be ready, but I think he could. He needs some time to change things around. Is Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus is a defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the reason I want to look into Matt Eberflus is because I'm impressed with what he's done with the limited amount of players that he's had for the Colts. The Colts, just sit right there and think about one Colts player that comes to mind. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Like, the only player that comes to my mind is Malik Hooker and Jabal Sheard and that one linebacker Leonard. I forgot his name. I know Leonard was in it, but those are the only 3 players I know. Everybody else on that defense is unknown. So so that tells you he's a great schemer. He hasn't had that much of a history. Besides he's been a linebackers coach for the Cowboys. I'm not sure what his history is with the NFL, but I'm just really impressed with what he's done with that Colts defense. He's a great schemer, so I think he's a really good coach, man. Another coach, I lost what number I am at, so I'm sorry, y'all, but is Don Martindale. Don Martindale is defense coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. He's been a long time linebackers coach. He's been a defense coordinator for the Broncos as well. Martindale is under that Harbaugh tree as well. Both Harbaughs are really good, so he knows how to coach a team up. He knows how to win. He's always had great defenses. He's another guy that will require our team to change from a 4-3 to a 3-4. But at this point, who cares? Because we're really struggling right now. We need a whole culture change. And I'm willing to hire the right people and change schemes to do that. I'm just ready to move on and help us have a great season for once. Some development. We need people that develop players. We haven't been doing that for a very long time, and I think Martindale can do that. Next coach is who else? George Edwards. George Edwards. He hasn't been having that good of a season this year, but I think he's a coach that will add discipline to this team. Something that we need. If you watch the Bucs games, there are lots of flags on every play. It's very frustrating to watch this team struggle every week. But George Edwards I feel like is a coach that doesn't play games. He's gonna get his team right. He's gonna make sure that we're disciplined in every way. He's gonna develop players. Like, if you look at that Vikings team, there's a lot of great players there, and I think it's because of George Edwards and their head coach as well. But George Edwards, man, I feel like he can add some discipline to our team, and that's what we really need. And the 10th coach, our final coach, I was wondering should we interview him, but I think maybe we should give him a shot. Is Matt Lafleur. Matt Lafleur is like an offensive coordinator. He's been around for a while, man. He's coached up Matt Ryan. Um, he was with Sean McVay. Um, he's currently the offensive coordinator for the Titans. The Titans are doing a really good job right now on offense. They have a really good O line. I think that's part of him helping them out. Um, Matt Lafleur, right now he's not having the best year, but when you really look at it, his quarterback is not really good. Marcus Mariota has went down 3 times this year, and for him to having the offense still succeed and developing Derrick Henry, he hasn't been that good last year. He had a down. Derrick Henry had a down year last year, but this year he's doing very well. So, Matt Lafleur is a really good coach to look at, because I think I'm a great play caller, and he can help develop a quarterback. Um, but yeah, man, those were my 10 coaches. Um, I feel like all these coaches are winners. They change franchises around. I did not add coaches like McCarty, or if Mike Tomlin get fired, or people like that. I don't want none of them. Like Josh McDaniels, I do not want him either. Like those coaches are bad news. I think they cannot succeed right now. Like I don't think if Mike Tomlin comes to Tampa, it'll be really good, because Mike Tomlin is like a player's coach. He's a rah rah guy. I think it's been, yeah, I don't really like Mike Tomlin as a coach. Our Josh McDaniels is not trustworthy. So that's why I didn't talk. And Mike McCarthy, he's pretty old. I don't like that old stuff, so I don't really consider coaches like that. But those coaches like that. So yeah, man. So those are my top 10 coaches that I wanted to see the Bucs hire. Um, uh, it's been I had a fun time doing this video. Had a fun time doing the research. I just can't wait to see who the Bucs hire and who we're gonna have leading the boat. Leading the ship to greatness one day in the future. So thank you guys for watching my video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the coaches that I talked about, or if you just like my videos in general. And I'll talk to y'all Buck fans later. Peace.